walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. And you're watching The Libby Show.
How did she do it? Do it. Do it. Do it.
Libby. Oh, oh. Libby. Oh, oh. Libby.
3,
Oh, oh.
2,
Libby.
1.
It's the Libby Show.
Welcome everybody to a special holiday episode of the Libby Show. I am sitting here fireside with my good friends Derek and Katelyn Drye of the Dryes.
Hey,
Yes,
welcome
hey.
to our home.
Thanks for having me.
I know,
It's
we're
beautiful.
fireside, just like cozy. I love it.
Cozy, made some good cocktails, the Dry
That's
Time,
right.
which you can
Yes.
find on my
so
YouTube page.
yummy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still got our dry
We
time
still got
here.
it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love
I love
it.
it. We just love it.
Are you
Wow.
singing?
We literally just said, cheers, love
I feel like
it
y'all
at the
needed
same
that
time.
moment,
Love
and
it,
now I can
Derek.
join.
So great.
Oh, great.
I literally just
You
dropped
good?
a big blob of raspberries, you know?
That's how it
Amazing.
happens.
It's real life.
Very, very, very thrilled about this episode because we've been friends for a very long time.
Yes.
We're about to do a Christmas show at the Franklin Theater on December 2nd.
That's
Two
right.
Cannot
back-to-back
wait.
shows.
So excited to
You've
have
had some new music coming out, a new Christmas single coming
Yes.
out, and we're going to talk about all of it
Yes.
tonight.
I love it.
You want to hear about it now?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So it's called Why'd You Ruin Christmas? It's actually a breakup song. And
Imagine that.
Imagine.
The married couple who's about to be married for 12 years.
Yep.
But we're not breaking
Congratulations,
up,
by the
y'all.
way.
We're not-
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. It's
Well, that's
kinda
part
crazy.
of, country music as far as the breakup, makeup songs. We just
Totally.
do a little more makeup songs, so we figured we'd throw in, some kind of wrench.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's fun as a songwriter, obviously we have our songs about love and like our relationship, but then we have songs. It's just kind of fun to step outside of that and just, kind of make songs up,
Yeah.
make up a storyline that is funny to us. And so, yeah, we're excited about it. Why'd you ruin
I'm
Christmas?
so excited. It's a really fun song, though. It's
It's
one of
like-
those where it's
Kinda
kind
like-
of sad, but it's like it
Yeah.
has a little bit of a comic relief feel to it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, totally.
I could
And-
have said that first rather than, well, it's a breakup song. But
It's actually sad, but
No, I mean, I'm excited about it. It has like an old school vibe to it, and I love like old vinyls. We got our stereo back here with Loretta Lynn, and so like Loretta Lynn and Conway Twitty had a lot of that banter in their songs, and
yep.
so we like doing that in our music, and we're really excited.
It was
about
fun.
excited. And you authentically are both that way too. I mean, your voices
Oh,
and just
thank
your aesthetic and just how you present yourselves, you really help people take them back to that time in country music, which I think is
That's a big.
it's just
compliment.
always
Thanks.
fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
To be the definition of cozy. I appreciate that.
I love it. He uses the word cozy now because of me. I say it all the time.
It is what it is.
And he's like, everything's cozy, Katelyn. I'm like, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is all cozy. And so now he uses it, and I love it. I love it.
This sounds like a merch idea that you should create.
Yes.
You need a sweatshirt that says everything is cozy with the Dryes.
Oh, nice.
Christmas.
I love that.
You should do that.
That is a
I'm
great
not kidding.
Christmas
No,
merch
that
idea.
really would be so good. That's such a good idea. We should definitely do
Sweet.
it later. We'll note that for sure.
Love it.
Yes.
So you've got that brand new single coming out on November 24th, just in time for Thanksgiving. We're thankful for the music that you're releasing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thankful. I mean, with our Christmas tour, it's been a busy year for us, and we've been on the road a lot.
Yeah, it has.
And being on The Voice last year,
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people in different states say they wanted us to come play, and so
Figured we'd do it.
Yeah, we've done our Christmas show called Christmas with the Dryes in North Carolina, our hometown, the last I'd say 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And it's been so much fun. We always sell it out in our hometown. And it's
keep
got
adding
a
a
lot
show.
of that. Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of that nostalgic feel. Like my family comes up. I grew up in a family who around the holidays sat around a piano and sang together. And so for our North Carolina shows, we bring my family up and they sing, a couple songs with us, and it just has that down home feel. So this year we're bringing it on the road, and we're starting out in Franklin Theater in Franklin, Tennessee with you.
With
so-
you.
I'm
And
so
you're going to be
honored.
hosting both shows, which we're so excited about.
Yeah,
I'm
out
so
of the
honored
whole,
to be doing that.
Out of the whole tour, it's going to be a pretty unique show. So I'm glad we're
Yes,
doing that
will
one
be.
first.
I know. Maybe one day we can take the whole thing on the road and have you
Oh.
host.
Yes.
And all the special guests come, and we'll just get a bunch of buses. It'll be fun.
That's right.
I would love that.
Yeah,
That is
love
a dream. We're stating that now, and then
Yes.
we'll be able to look back
Yep.
at this moment.
Yes,
on
speaking
the
it
show.
out.
Love it.
But it's going to be fun.
So you've got those shows happening in December, and then Raisin Beers and Hallelujahs was your EP that you just released too.
Yes, it was. I mean, I don't know if you want to like talk about it, but that EP was like a
Yeah.
long time coming for us.
It really was. I mean, all these songs we kind of let our audience pick because we've been
Mm-hmm.
touring the whole year, so we try out a lot of songs. I feel like that's the greatest
Yeah.
test for a song is to see
Yeah.
how people relate to it, but also interact in a live crowd, whether it's a acoustic moment or fuzz guitars or whatever. We kind of try to include all of that. So to me, it's got the whole range.
Totally.
Even like the theme,
It's like
Beers and
it's
Hallelujahs.
gritty, and we sing about we always tell people like we love Jesus, but we get a little rowdy sometimes, and the whole EP is literally that. So it's like songs that are heartfelt. We have a love song on there, and then we have a song called Raisin Beers and Hallelujahs. So that's us. I feel like.
Such a vibe.
Yes.
And then Take Me Out was another single that you both performed on the last episode of the Livio show.
my gosh.
The last episode from a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
when was that?
I think it's
feel like
2019, maybe.
It would have been
it had to be right before COVID.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hate that one. I don't even like saying that, but
That's fine.
that time.
At that time,
Yes.
we did an episode together. We made cocktails.
Yes.
We did
Yeah.
like a bonfire
was
type
great.
thing. It was really, really fun.
So
and
fun.
you just released that, and it's
Finally.
so
Finally.
great, full circle.
It's funny. I was going
3.5
through.
years later, right?
I know. I was going through like my photos and videos on my phone from like I never delete anything. I keep everything. And I was like going through and I was like, that was Take Me Out. Like and I was looking through the behind the scenes stuff and finally it's out. And so we're really proud of that song.
Yeah, that one needed to be taken on the road because every time
Yeah.
I would try to record it, it was just like not the live band kind of feel. So it was hard to capture that if you don't play it on the road. And
Yeah.
we had like a little instrumental section that we kept on the record, and it's fun.
And the music video is out now. So everybody go check that out.
Yep.
Love it. Yeah, go check it out on YouTube. Speaking of being on the road, you got to open for Jo Dee Messina's Heads Carolina Tales
Oh my
California
gosh.
tour.
Yes.
A dream.
Such
Talk
a
about
dream.
that.
Well, we've always loved her, but we met. So one of our really good friends, Angela, did background vocals for her for a couple years and brought Jo Dee to one of our shows a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I guess Jo Dee kind of started following us from then and just kind of, checking in about she'd say, what are you doing? Or how the Drye's doing? And which we didn't know, but I guess she was asking about us throughout the years. And then we did a big, kind of like showcase in Nashville
Yeah.
in February at the Basement East. And the very next day, like we
Yeah,
got,
I woke up at around 7 a.m. to my phone like going off, and most of my friends are musicians, so that's usually
Yeah.
family on another
We were like,
time
"What's
zone
wrong?"
or whatever. So I'm like, okay, it's probably my grandma. But I looked at it and it said, "Hey, Derek, this is Jo Dee Messina. I wanted
Love it.
you to give me a
Casual.
call just whenever you can,
Yeah.
because I'd love to invite y'all out on tour, maybe." So I woke her up
Yeah.
very gently and said, "Hey, you should read this text."
yes. And
He's like,
we-
Jo Dee Messina literally
So-
wants to take us out on the tour.
Well, and so we called her that afternoon, and she was basically like, I've never invited anyone
Yeah.
to open for me, and I'd really love to have y'all. And so that was in February, and April 14th was our first show in Texas. And then we've been on the road with her all since April, and our last show was October 21st.
Yeah.
So
It was like your birthday, right?
it was my
Yeah.
birthday, and just so special. I mean, she is honestly, we used to do her songs in bars, playing the local bars in our hometown.
Yeah.
Singing
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm all right.
And then
Lesson
like
and
lesson
leaving.
leaving, yeah. And
Yeah.
so it's just fun. It was really fun this year being able to look side stage at those songs, and she's amazing. Like her voice is one of the most strong voices and still just so powerful.
Yeah.
And it was just great being able to like be side stage and just, this industry is really hard, but there's moments like that on our journey where we feel really thankful and we can see like those are true moments where we're like, this is how far we've come.
Yeah.
And
It's a wild ride, and we just
Yep.
have to keep hanging on. I mean, what else am I gonna do? I
mean,
feel
yeah.
like it just comes out, and we have to have some kind of outlet for it. And I'm glad we get to do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
very thankful for that and hoping for some more tours next year. I have no clue what's next, but we're just
I think it'll be good things.
That's right.
Thank
sure.
you.
I feel good
received
about
it.
it.
Yes. So let's talk about the Christmas shows a little bit. So
Sure.
I feel like me and you, when we've hung out, you've always talked about how you really want to do a Christmas show in Nashville. So
course.
this one in particular, what makes it special? Talk about the inspiration for it and.
Yeah, so I mean, Christmas time is one of our very favorite times. I grew up, my mom just going all out. I mean, her house looks like a gingerbread house at Christmas.
It really does.
And I've always loved Christmas music, and so we've done the show in North Carolina. We picked the Franklin Theater. They had reached out to us about doing some shows, and you're obviously hosting, which is going to be super fun. And honestly, we want the whole vibe to be like nostalgic, kind of like
Living
the
room,
old
you know?
hee-haws.
Yes.
Like the hee-haws where you would see all, like, you know, Loretta Lynn and all the old school, like, artists. Back then, I mean, they weren't old school then, they are now, but they're like some of our very favorites. And so we want that whole aesthetic of like Christmas with the Dries. Like you're here, you're with us for an hour of your time or an hour and a half, and you're gonna feel a little bit of what it's like for us at Christmas.
Yeah.
And so our
Mixed
set
in
list,
with some originals and
Yeah.
some of the rowdy stuff we've been playing on the road, you know.
so it's not gonna be all Christmas music, but we're definitely gonna have a good amount of it, and gonna have some horns on some songs, which we've never had at our shows. Which
I'm
is
We're
so
honestly going all out.
excited.
It's
Cannot
gonna
wait.
be, yeah. I'm just very excited, and we have Tiara Kennedy, who hosts Tiara's show on Apple Music, and then we have Dave's Highway, which is a trio, and they have their brothers and sister, or sisters and brother,
Yep.
and they're amazing. They honestly, I've seen videos of them for years. I mean, they started off like
Yeah.
young kids.
Yeah, they nail the whole 3-part thing. for
They're,
sure.
they're that family blend is just like nothing like it, which is also ties into Christmas, family, you know,
Yeah.
family
Yes.
oriented, that family like feel.
Bringing people together,
Yeah.
which is what these shows do. So.
Yeah, our good friend Sarah Reeves, who's just killing it in the pop world, and an amazing
And some
songwriter.
other special guests.
Yes,
I
we
hear.
have some that we can't announce yet.
Oh my God, and I don't even know who they are.
Special.
So I'm gonna find out soon.
That's right.
so
Yeah,
fun.
we'll tell you right before the show.
Love it. Oh, great.
Yeah, and,
Love
La-
it.
and Lauren Massetti, she was on
Yes.
The Voice. Oh, not The Voice, American
Idol. Yep.
She was on
We
American
love Lauren.
Idol, and she is just old soul.
Yep.
I love her. So it's going to be super fun.
And she was on the Libby O show back in the day too.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
love
right.
that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So be a
Very
good little
cool.
reunion there.
Yes.
Yep, that's right.
So speaking of The Voice, you were on Team Blake this last season, which I feel like wasn't it this a year ago
So
around this time?
There's actually been like 2 seasons since, but it was last
But it's
year.
1 year ago. Yeah.
It
Time
wasn't last year. It's
flies.
Our
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
episode was October 31st last year, and so yeah,
Flew
it was
by.
It was a great journey and opened a lot of doors for us for sure.
I feel like it did, and it really just brought y'all more exposure that is more than deserved.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we go to Jo Dee shows, and you know, a lot of people recognize us from the show, and I think the demographic in country is pretty wide.
Yeah.
So you know, especially Jo Dee shows, you see all the diehard fans, and you see a lot of kids, and
There's
I
all
think there's
ages,
just a
which
lot
is
of
awesome.
overlap with who watches The Voice, and we've just got to have a blast.
Yeah, it's been super fun. Like we do those shows, and we're always like, no one's gonna know who we are, and then we'll be at the merch table, and they're like,
For,
we
like,
watched
hours.
every episode, and I'm like, you did? That's so cool.
I voted for you.
I voted. But it was awesome.
Favorite classic country song to cover together on the road, or one that you've covered
Oh man.
in general on social
Okay.
media, or
I mean,
Yeah.
I would say our favorite classic. Well, there's 2.
Are you gonna speak for me?
I mean,
That's okay.
okay, you go ahead. What would you say, and then I'll give my answer.
That we do together?
Yeah, that's a classic country.
Oh man, I would say "Oh Holy Night" because we get to break it down from the band.
You mean like Christmas? Was Christmas the like?
well, I
question, or just
was
in
going to
general?
follow it up with
He jumped the
Christmas,
gun.
which
Did you
y'all's
say
Blue
classic Christmas song?
You might have.
Would you say "Oh Holy Night"
I
is
said
a classic
country
Christmas?
and then classic Christmas?
Okay.
Well, anything's country if we sing it. So
Well,
we got that
true.
twang.
Well, I'll say my favorite is hands down is Blue Christmas.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley,
Mm-hmm.
and we've done that at our Christmas shows. And I think why it's my favorite is because, like I said, I grew up with a very musical family, and I always remember that song coming on. Around the piano, my family would just get together and
Mm-hmm.
just start singing songs.
Your Uncle Jack.
And my Uncle Jack sounded just like Elvis Presley. He actually passed away of cancer, and but our whole family like remembers that and talks about it often. And when he would do that, the Elvis version has the background vocals going, ooh. And so my mom and my Aunt Cassie would do that, and it just so like every time I sing it, it just makes me feel like nostalgic and a little emotional,
Yeah, I
like
think
in a good way.
there's a bittersweet part to nostalgia, which is why I think a lot of us love Christmas time. It's the reason it's hard and also very great. You know?
I feel like that's also how I think of life too. Like
Yeah, right.
nostalgia is part of, I mean, that's part of like my show brand. It's something that I go to when I need to like escape from reality. I mean, I obviously want to be in touch with what's going on and face hard things, but sometimes you just need a break.
You need a break
from what's happening around you.
There's something deep there, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, life is crazy, but
Life is nuts. But
that's
we're
why
doing
it's good to remember the good times and like be present in moments and like do a Christmas show at the Franklin Theater.
Hey.
2 of them.
Hey.
Dream
2 of
big,
them.
you know?
Yes.
It's like, I don't know. It's just like we're doing our best and doing what we know how to do and
That's right.
hoping to
Every day's
connect to
different,
people,
right?
You know?
And being grateful that we get to sit here in front of a fire, drink cocktails, have a
Honestly,
conversation.
Well, I was saying this to you off camera, but you know, we've had this house 2 years now, and we've been married 12 years, and for 10 of those
Always been in
years,
apartments, pretty much.
always been in tiny apartments, like 800 square feet, and very thankful for those times. But it's like now we have a house to be able to do stuff like this, and I'm like, it's just so fun. And I think about like our first episode with you, how much has changed in both of our lives since then. It's
Oh
really
my
cool.
gosh.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And the best is yet to come.
The best is literally yet to come.
So many good things coming.
I want to hear a little bit of Why'd You Ruin Christmas.
Okay,
Want to do it now?
let's do it.
Oh, I have a guitar.
Grab
right
that guitar.
You do.
baby. Grab that guitar. We'll just do the chorus.
I got a pick
Do the
right
chorus.
here.
We wrote this with our good friends Michael Farron and Tiffany Goss
Uh huh.
and Shane Stevens.
And Shane Stevens.
Fun.
Why'd you have? All right, making sure I put
One.
the right key.
2. 1, 2, 3. Why'd you have to go and ruin Christmas? I did the wrong chord.
I wouldn't even know.
Let's do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Why'd you have to go and ruin Christmas? Now I ain't even putting up a tree. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I really miss us.
Why'd you ruin Christmas?
Christmas for me.
You know, honestly, it's like there's so many people at the holidays who like we had just done another podcast and we were talking about this song and she was like, my friend literally just said, I'm so like bummed that Christmas is here because my guy just like broke up with me and now I'm gonna have like a lonely Christmas. And I was like, this song's perfect.
I mean,
for
it's
people to
literally
like
perfect.
just it has like wit to it and it's like kind of like sassy, but it's like
Yeah, you gotta
an
make the most of
anthem,
those
you
things
know?
sometimes.
It's an anthem. I feel like it's also too, you could even hear that and think of just random people that you run
I know,
into
right?
throughout the day, like
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
like
Who
having
cut you
road
off.
rage, and then you just turn the song of like Why'd You Ruin Christmas?
Yeah,
or
we both
whatever.
thought of that at the same time because we live in Nashville and
And the traffic.
the roads are interesting around here.
Yes.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, or someone taking the last ham in the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or the milk when it snows.
Yeah.
Or the bread.
Or there's a slight flurry in the state of North Carolina or Tennessee, and everyone freaks out and they get all the eggs and the bread and milk, and
Yeah.
no one has any breakfast.
No one has any breakfast.
We don't know how to
Sad
drive
day.
in the South with snow, but it's
No,
fine.
I don't think. Yeah.
You
Bless
can't
our
make
hearts.
a cocktail with egg whites.
So
in a slow
good.
fruit.
Actually, next episode we need to do. He made when it snowed here, like the one time it snowed here in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
He
Did we do
went out
that?
and got snow and made frozen margaritas.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Favorite thing
so
to do.
with actual snow, it
You've
was
done
really
that?
fun.
I've done that with. I didn't make a margarita, but I made like a gin, like a lemon drop cocktail.
Oh, nice.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Love
It's
it.
different.
Very
It's
good.
good.
Making use
Yeah.
of the snow, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
y'all
Can I take
go.
the
Let you
lead?
go first.
Well, we have a surprise for you that you don't know about.
A
So
little Christmas present.
Oh,
the
really?
tree isn't
Surprise?
quite set up yet, but let's pretend there's a tree next to you.
I'm picturing it right now.
And
Yes.
if you look behind you, there's a present
Ooh,
me a
you get it
gift?
for
that we
her.
just wrapped.
She's
The paper.
sitting so beautifully.
It's like I'm just gonna stay.
It's very.
From
you
us
put
to
a little
you.
Santa. Look,
I
these are my
did. You didn't
favorite
see that?
tags.
I'll wrap.
Everything's so cute.
I'll wrap the stuff here in this house.
Look.
Aww.
There you go.
There
For
you go.
Livio
Yep.
from the Dries.
And maybe
Yes.
keep it upright when you unwrap it.
Okay, like said like this.
Like this.
Like,
Oh, okay, like
yes,
this.
like
It's
that.
more for presentation. if
Oh
I'll be
well, I
honest.
also want to keep this wrapping paper intact because you know I love some good nostalgic, old timey.
Yes.
Nice.
Paper.
It's very. I do
Yeah.
too.
You can take that.
Yes.
Love it. I'm gonna open this way so you can all see it.
Okay.
Yes.
There we go.
Stop! Is this a Raisin Beers and Hallelujah gift
Yes,
box?
it is.
Yeah, we put
I
together
love
this
it.
this gift. I cannot talk.
Yeah. A sticker.
So we put together this gift box, and it's all the North Carolina goodies that we love.
Yes.
Stop it. These are home.
What do we got in
Okay.
there?
Hot and
So-
tangy. No, I read that wrong. Smokehouse hot and tangy barbecue sauce. Shake it well.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And seriously, this is so we're from North Carolina. Lexington barbecue is a really big thing.
Okay.
And this is from our very favorite spot. And it's their sauce that they put.
Yep.
And we've already we've been giving this out as gifts to our friends in industry and we've been getting so many they're like, this is the best sauce.
And you can't get that online. You have to get it at the store, and
Like
then drive
at
7
the-
hours to Nashville,
Yeah, you have to
It
get it
says is for barbecue chicken, chops, beans, etc.
yeah.
etc.
It's really, really good. So some good barbecue.
Good on some eggs.
Actually, yes. A North Carolina beer.
Love
This is a
it.
local North Carolina beer, Wiseman Brewing.
Yep.
Love it. Yes.
Yep. And then
Your EP,
our
which
EP,
oh,
the
my
actual
god,
CD.
There you go.
the artwork, guys.
So fun.
Yeah, our friend Austin
But it's
Simmons did that.
signed.
Yes, it is. We signed it.
This looks so good.
And then
Some
there's-
chapstick, some Cheerwine chapstick.
Yep.
So Cheerwine is a local company, and if you're from the South, you definitely know what Cheerwine is. But we had our first partnership with them this year.
Our first sponsor ever.
Yeah.
Was
Stop.
this year. It was
Yeah, with Cheerwine.
chapstick.
So you got a little lip balm.
Yeah.
I love
So,
it.
yeah. Happy Christmas, happy holiday.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
I love you guys so
Yeah,
much.
you
Thanks for having
too,
us.
Seriously.
Yes. And thanks for just being awesome. I'm so excited to see what God does in the next year for you guys
Aw,
and just
thank
being
you
able
so
to watch
much.
your journey and be a part
Yeah.
of it and to
Well,
celebrate
same.
our favorite holiday.
Same to you. Seriously.
You know?
It's going to be a fun Christmas with especially doing the show together and lots of
Cannot wait.
memories.
I'm already in it.
Love it.
Awesome. Well, go check it out. Make sure you pre-save Why Jerome Christmas and join us on Saturday, December 2nd at the Franklin Theater. Just be nostalgic with us and celebrate the season. I'll
Yes.
see you there.
See you then.
Bye, guys.
It's the Libby Show. The Libby Show. It's the Libby Show. It's the Libby Show.